that we got, which we still got a stony heart today. Any man that thinks he ain't got a stony heart, then that must mean you keeping every law, man. You don't even have no evil thought whatsoever, man.
Return from thy servant's sake.
Return? He's saying the Lord to return, which is Yahweh Shai, return for thy servant's sake, which the servant is Israel.
The tribes of thine inheritance.
For the tribes of thine inheritance, not the other nations, man. Read on.
The people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while.
We possessed the kingdom, which is rulership over the earth, for a little while, during the time of King David. Read on.
Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary.
Go on. Which is the other, our adversaries is called for all the other nations. Read on. Which is Satan. It's the devil, man. Go on.
We are thine.
We are thine. Go on.
Thou never bearest rule over them.
The Lord never gave them no law, statutes, and commandments. He never made a covenant with them. Go on.
They were not called by thy name.
They ain't called by the name of the Most High. Simple as that. Plain and simple, right? Yep. Deuteronomy the 30th chapter, the first verse.
This is Deuteronomy 30:1. And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass. Prophecy. Read on.
When all these things are come upon thee.
All these things he's talking about is all the curses of Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, from the 15th verse down to the 68th, which includes you niggas going into slavery on cargo slave ships. So that was always going to happen. That was prophecy. Read on.
The blessings and the curse.
The blessing and the curse. Go on.
Which I have set before thee.
Go on.
And thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy power hath driven thee.
Right, the meaning we're going to realize, oh shit, give me Isaiah, in fact, that's alright, it's alright. We're going to realize, oh shit, man, this is why we in this condition we're in, because we broke the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, man. That's what it means, and have we not done that? That shows you we're living that prophecy right now, because we're coming to our mind, because we're in Britain, we're in America, Holland, Jamaica, Trinidad, and all kinds, Slovenia, and we're bringing it to mind, man. Israel, not no fucking heathens, man, because the heathens ain't underneath the curses of Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, because the covenant wasn't made with the heathen, and no covenant in the Bible was ever made with the heathen. Except the one covenant that the Lord weren't going to destroy the earth by water again. That's the only covenant you can find in the Bible that the Lord made with everyone. But the covenant with Abraham was made with Abraham. Then it was made with Isaac. Then it was made with Jacob. Then it was made with the 12 tribes. Go on up.
And shall return unto the Lord thy power, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
Meaning we gonna return. How do we return unto the Lord? Through Yahweh Shai. By following Yahweh Shai. That's how we return unto the Lord. Yahweh Shai was the mediator to return us back to the Lord. That's what Yahweh Shai came to do, to mediate. Yeah, read it.
This is Baruch chapter 2. Verse 32, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord, and will bring them again into the land which I have promised them with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be laws of it, and I will increase them, and they shall be not diminished, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God. And they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
Plain and simple, man. That's right. Go on, bro.
And shalt return unto the Lord thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day. Thou and thy children.
What's that? Is he talking about the law? So you're telling us you got these pastors saying the law's done away with, but Moses is saying that in the last days, in the future, after we were scattered throughout all the nations and the curses are upon us, we're going to return on the Lord and go back to doing what he said to do, which is the law. So you guys are finished, man. All that bullshit you be spouting in them churches, that's been done away with, man. Right? Give me Jeremiah. Real quick, man. Jeremiah from Jeremiah 5:14. Someone get me that. You getting that? Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 5:14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord thy power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall come, it shall devour them.
It shall devour them, man. You people in them churches, man, you wicked ass niggas, this word is devouring you right now, man. Because all your lies are getting exposed, man. All that bullshit you spout in them churches, man. Right? So, go back where you was, No, this brother here. We're going to get back to that, but we got to set it up first, man. We got to finish this, then we're going to get back to that.
Deuteronomy 30:2.
Yep, go on.
This is Deuteronomy 30:2. And I shall return unto thee the Lord thy power, and shall obey his command, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy power will turn away thy captivity, and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all nations.
And gather thee from all nations. That's why the Lord said to go and teach all nations, man. Because Israel's going to be gathered from in all nations, man. That's why James 1:1 is there. To the 12 tribes scattered abroad. That's why the Pharisees said to the Lord, whither will he go that we shall not find him? Will he go to the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Talking about Israelites, man. But they call them Gentiles, man. Hellenes. They call them Hellenes. They call them ethnos. Right, go on, keep going on.
If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee.
Yep.
And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed.
Which thy fathers possess. So that's all racial there, man. Read on.
And
So
thou,
there no fucking heathens gonna be brought back to Israel, man, in no rulership capacity, man. It's not their land. They're gonna be slaves. Read on.
and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart.
Lord thy power, this is Moses speaking. He said the Lord's gonna circumcise the heart of Israel. Go on.
And the heart of thy seed.
And the heart of thy seed, right? Go on.
To love the Lord thy power with all thine heart.
Is that not what Yahweh Shai said to do? To love the Lord thy power with all thy heart? Go on.
And with all thy soul, that thou mayest live.
That thou mayest live. That's the word. Go on, carry on, we'll finish it off.
And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
So when we are saved, the Bible says after we are saved and the Lord circumcises our heart, which that's the New Testament, by the way, the circumcision of the heart of Israel, which we're going to prove that, right? The Lord said after he do that, the curses are going to come on the other nations. And what's the curses? Slavery. So how the hell are they going to be saved, man? That's not the plot. Then you're going to make Moses a liar. You're going to say the Messiah was a liar when he said that then. Hebrews the 8th chapter.
It's Hebrews chapter 8 verse 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second.
That's right.
For finding fault with them, he said,
Finding fault with who?
Us.
With us. Who was the problem? Was the problem the law? The law wasn't the problem. The problem was us, because we had a stony heart, a rebellious people, man. A people that will not hear the law. That was our problem. The problem wasn't the law. A lot of you niggas want to make it the law because you got a problem with the law. You don't want to put faggots to death. You want to eat pork. You want to break the law. You like it. So you make that excuse. Oh, the law's done away with because you're the same demons, man. But Paul said the law is good. That means Paul believed in putting a homosexual to death. Wouldn't that mean that's what it means? Paul believed in fucking stoning an adulterer, both man and female, to death. Paul believed in fucking burning a priest's daughter that plays the harlot. That was all good. But today's society, they'll say that's bad. But then they'll call themselves a Christian society. They don't say, well, it's good, but we can't do it in this world. They'll say it's bad straight up. That's evil. Why would you do it? That's because you're fucking demons, man. Paul never said that was evil. Go on, read on that.
For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant.
So who was the them? The them is Israel, because they're the ones who the covenant was made. So the Lord saying he was going to come and make a new covenant with who? Israel. So how you get the whole world, the whole entire world and their dogs put into that, man?
When I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
So read that again, Art. Is this in the New Testament?
I believe so. Hebrews.
Hebrews, right?
Hebrews, yes.
Why, well, hold on. Wait, hold on. How come the writer didn't say he's going to make a new covenant with the whole world? Why would he do that, man? That's misleading.
Yeah, man. That don't sound like...
I thought Israel was done away with. I thought it's not about Israel no more. Why did he use the word house? House means family. That's a racist term. It's not a family, bro. It's anyone. Because you people are retarded, man. The house of Israel, meaning the family. The house represents family. To be of the house of Israel, you got to be physically of the house of Israel first. Before you start talking about being circumcised in the heart.
Spiritual.
You got to be an Israelite in the flesh before you can be an Israelite in the spirit. Duh. You got to be born in the flesh before you can be born in the spirit. The flesh comes first, man.
It's verse 8 again. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Got Jeremiah 31 there. With the house of Israel and the house of Judah, which is the two nations.
Two kingdoms, man, yeah.
So not just the Jews, but the other Israelites too.
That's right. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord.
Well, how come it doesn't say the whole world, man? Every Gentile and his mother. But these guys love to throw that word new. It's the New Testament now. It's the new. But when you actually read what the New Testament is according to the Bible, it ain't got nothing to do with no other nations. It says it clearly, because this is a direct quote from Jeremiah 31, which we're going to get to. It's a direct quote. Because they read the scriptures, man. Just like the church of Berea. Put it like this. If the Old Testament was against what Paul and them guys were teaching, why did the church of Berea search the scriptures daily to find out if what Paul and them guys was teaching was correct? That would mean that anything Paul said would have to be backed up by what you call the Old Testament. Because what was the church of Berea checking? The law and the Tanakh. The law and the prophets. Go and read that out. Let me see. Yeah. Start from 31, but not yet. I'm going to finish this.
Yeah. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God.